Hi, it's me. I'm bored and I don't really know what I'm doing, so just out of boredom, I'm going to make a review of this book, Flawed Dogs by Berkeley Breathed. It's the best book I've ever read, honestly. Well, maybe not the best, but it's definitely my favorite. When people ask me what my favorite book is, I usually say The Outsiders because it's like a normal response. But this is my favorite book. I've read it like 15 times. It's a really good book. I accidentally stole it from my elementary school when I was like 10. Because like I borrowed it, but I never brought it back. I meant to bring it back, but I ended up like leaving the school and going to a different school, and I just never ended up returning it, and now I don't really have any reason to go back there. And it was like hidden in the back of the bookshelf, so like it's not like anyone was reading it probably. I'm a terrible person, but this is actually a really, really good book. The thing about it is it's got some like kind of dark things and like bad things happening to animals, but ultimately it has a happy ending, so yeah, and nobody dies. Bad things happen, but nobody dies. It a thing I would criticize about it is it can have issues with the tone, like it can go from being like really serious and dark to being like silly and kind of immature, but still it's really good, and that doesn't bother me too much, but it might bother some people. One of my favorite things about this book is the illustrations. Like, it has some of the best illustrations of any book I've ever read. This is one of them. See, it's so good. Berkeley Breathed is one of my favorite artists ever, and he's really like my art inspiration. Like, I have a crush on his art. I wish I could draw like him. Here's another one of my favorite illustrations. So yeah, this is a really good book. It's a really weird book, but it's really good. And like, for such a weird book, it actually does a really good job of being like emotional and like genuine with its stories, and the characters are good. And also like really weird, like the flawed dogs, like it says in the title, they're like all really weird, but they're really interesting characters and really fun characters. Like there's one with these really long jowls, you can like fly with them. There's one who's blue. There's one who's actually a cat. There's one who's tiny, but like it's yeah, they're fun characters and they're weird. But actually they aren't in the story quite as much as the main character, Sam. And Sam's like a really good character. Like, yeah, all the characters are really good, and for a dog story, one, no one dies, which is uncommon for dog stories, and two, it's like really unique and really weird. Like, it's kind of dark, so some people might not like that, but ultimately it has a happy ending. And like, it's a really good story. It's really weird, and it's kind of like an unpredictable story. But yeah, that's my really unprofessional book review. I'm literally doing a book review behind my desk, so that tells you how professional I am. Not very professional, but yeah, I was bored, so I decided to give my opinions on like one of my favorite books ever written. So yeah, I don't know. I have too much time on my hands. Goodbye.